channel. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. This is definitely one of those vlogs where I've just woken up and we're gonna do the day together. So I am looking at Bear, who's looking at me through the mirror right now. Sorry if it's super messy. Can you see him, guys? He's like creeping right there. Hello. Hi, puppy. My room is still messy from my travels this week. But we're starting the day, and I did want to kind of walk you through how I get back on track. So today it's really giving you the tips and tricks if you're feeling really sluggish after you've been eating the last couple of days, if it hasn't been the best eating habits, or you're really just kind of looking to re-jumpstart your healthy habits. Personally, I know that I've been traveling last week, and then I've just been eating some things that I don't normally eat, and so I feel a bit sluggish in some ways. So today, as I go throughout the day, I'm going to give you all my tips and tricks for how to kind of reset your body so you aren't feeling that sluggish and you're kind of getting back to normal. So the first thing that I start my day with is very cliche, is going to be some warm lemon water. Now it's not hot, it's like lukewarm, and then in my hand is a probiotic, and that is how I start my morning. So let's do that. Whew, very lemony. I really want to kick start my digestion, so really encourage you to push everything out, to just, if you're feeling constipated, if you haven't pooped in a couple of days, really kind of like giving your gut that initial wake up call in the morning. You really want it to work. I know that my body is very slow in processing animal protein when I eat that, and I felt like I've had a little bit too much of it in the last couple of days. So I really want to focus on making sure that I'm doing everything I can to enable my digestion to work really well. So that is how I'm starting today. I'm going to put the decorations on my little baby Christmas tree. Don't know how you can see it. They're underneath down there. I put like 2 or 3 on, but I'm gonna sit here and maybe watch something on my laptop and tie the rest of those on so I can decorate this little guy. And we're gonna start the Christmas decorating today, I think. But I'm also gonna start my own form of vlogmas this week. Not every day, but we will be vlogging for Christmas. So I will check back in with you guys in a little bit, but that is how we're starting this morning. Warm lemon water, and then a probiotic. So I will see you soon. Alright, so it's lunchtime, and it is time for tip number 3 of the reset today. So one of the biggest things that you want to do whenever you're trying to get back on track, whenever you're trying to kind of reset everything, is really make sure you're eating things that your body can easily process. So I mentioned before that animal proteins take longer for your body to digest. So today I'm really amping up all of the vegetables that I'm eating. So I wanted to show you guys my lunch and then kind of carry on throughout the day. And the heater is on in the background, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. But this is what I'm having for lunch today. And let me get you a better angle. There you go. So this is just a Hillary's veggie burger, and then I massaged some kale earlier this week with olive oil and lemon juice, and then I also have some roasted sweet potatoes. This little like under combo has been pretty much a staple, and I make this probably a couple of times a week. I normally will swap in and out whatever protein I need to go on top of the greens, but this is just a really good way to give my body something nutritious and easy to digest, and kind of helps me get back on track with that. So tip number 3 is to give your body food that is easy for it to digest, particularly loads of vegetables. I feel like we all know by now that my motto is to just load your plate with veggies, because you can get so much in there, and that's really where I found in the past that I struggled. Like I could do fine with like a starchy thing and maybe like a protein source, but having all the vegetables in there sometimes can be my like issue. So loading your plate with veggies to start building kind of that foundation there can really help with your reset. So I am writing out Christmas cards, watching Transformers, enjoying my Saturday, and then we're gonna do some cleaning and some decorating. So I'll check back in a little bit. Alright guys, so we are up to tip number 4, I believe, which is actually going to be 2. So the 2 tips right now are kind of going to contradict each other, but at the same time They'll make sense once I tell you. And my camera really wants to focus on the Christmas tree back there. That is the results of the baby Christmas tree. It needs a topper and it looks super bright right now, but there you go, baby Christmas tree. All right, so my current tip is going to be two things. One, or I guess tip number 4 is going to be to get moving. So it looks like I'm sitting on the floor right now. I'm actually just pulled my yoga mat out and I'm going to do a 30-minute little yoga sesh. And along with that, for getting back on track, so tip number 4 and then tip number 5 is to take time to be quiet. I think that you have to kind of sit and settle and acknowledge where you're at and why you're there and why you're on the path that you're on so that you can get back on track. So I know that the yoga session I do, at the end there's a 5-minute cool down, and so that's really my time to like settle and get quiet. So I have turned on all of my little Christmassy lights. So we have the Christmas tree, my little stars that hang up there. I've lit a candle, and then I have a baby Christmas tree and some lights up there. And I am going to do my yoga now, and then I'm going to have my little bit of quiet time. And yeah, that's kind of my next couple of tips for the day. It's really about, for me, it's really about why you're doing what you're doing and the mental state in which you're doing it, because that's what keeps you doing it day in and day out, and it makes it something that you can build to and something that can be a lifestyle. And oh, I'm gonna stand for a second. So I am still using the Sweat app. This has really been the first week that I've been that inconsistent with it, but I'm still using the Sweat app and I really like it. I just redid my whole review on the blog about it earlier this week, but I'll link it down below. I canceled my gym membership as well because I've really been using it at home much more, and I can use it whenever I travel. So I'm a huge fan of that. It's really helped me be consistent with my workouts. But yeah, I'm gonna get my 30-minute gym session stretch on. I'm really loving some yoga, and then I'm gonna have a little bit of my own quiet time to kind of recenter, and I will check back in with you guys in a little bit for my last couple of tips. Alright guys, so I finished my yoga and it was really good. It's so interesting to see how like over a couple of weeks how my body has changed and just what different poses feel like now as I've done them more and more. So, excuse me, I have really enjoyed that. So it was really good to kind of recenter myself. I haven't done it in a couple of days. It definitely wasn't the quietest environment. Alabama and Auburn were playing tonight and my parents were yelling at the TV. So I definitely need to be aware of that next time, but it was still good. So I believe we are up to tip number 6 now. So as far as resetting, one of the things that I find that I consistently struggle with is that I don't always drink enough liquids. I don't always drink enough water. And I have my water app and it just prompted me, but that's something that is an easy thing to do if you feel like you're struggling in general. And I always talk about this. This is one of those things where like if I feel like I'm not making the best decisions, I really try to make sure that I focus on getting enough liquids in, because that tends to help me stay fuller and then I'm not grazing and eating and snacking and craving crazy things. So that's one huge tip, is to drink enough water. And then tip number 7 is going to be to avoid the sugar. Now I'm not saying that you can't have it ever, but I'm saying that if you're in a place where you feel like you're really off track and you're trying to get back on track, the best thing that you can do is go cold turkey with it, because a little sugar makes you crave sugar and then it's just kind of that downhill spiral. So sorry, avoiding your sugar intake, avoiding having that sugar is going to help keep you on track, because you're not going to crave more. That sugar spikes your blood sugar and then you're just going to want more and more sugar. So make a conscious effort to avoid eating sugar if you were trying to do a reset, trying to get back on track, trying to kickstart your goals. Yeah, that is all I have for right now. Bear is trying to steal the leftovers out of my plate, even though he does not like sweet potato. He does not believe me. He never eats it. I try. Olive likes sweet potato. Bear doesn't like sweet potato. So I'm currently drinking a Zevia. This is my form of sweetness. I'm not
Personally, I'm more of a savory gal, but yeah, that is what I have to update you with right now. I have one more tip, and I will probably end this video in the morning with that final tip and tell you how I feel post reset day. So I will see you guys in the morning.
Alright guys, so it's Sunday morning, and I said that I would give you guys my last tip the next day. So I kind of wanted to wrap everything up and tell you how I'm feeling post yesterday. So I definitely, the last couple of days prior to yesterday, I'd woken up feeling like I hadn't really fully digested everything. That maybe there was like something that my body was struggling to digest a little bit more. So today I'm feeling a lot better. I feel lighter. I just feel like my body's starting to process things again, which is really good. And that's really the goal and what I really want when I start resetting and kind of getting myself back on track, is to make sure that I'm getting the energy that I want to have and that I'm feeling like my body's processing and doing things the way that I want it to. So my last tip for this video, with all of that in mind, is to be kind to yourself. It's okay to have days where you're not eating perfectly. I've shown you guys a lot that lately. I am not perfect all the time with my eating, and it's perfectly fine to have imperfect days. So if that's what you need to do, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you try to get back on track and it takes you a little while, that's perfectly fine. This is a lifestyle. This is not a diet. So you're gonna have waves, you're gonna have fluxes, you're going to live, and you're going to enjoy your life and what you're eating. So I love you guys. You matter to me. I'm so glad that you're here. If you aren't already subscribed to this channel, please click that button because it means the world to me, and like this video if you really enjoyed it, because it shows my channel lots of love and support. I will be doing a plant paradox update this week, talking about how I'm doing over the holidays with all of it, any challenges I found with traveling, where I'm at in the process, what I've noticed, all kinds of stuff. I have lots to talk about. So that video will be up on Wednesday, and then we will just start doing my form of Vlogmas come Saturday or Sunday. I know that I'm going to be not traveling as much, so I'm probably not going to upload every day for Vlogmas. It's going to be every couple of days, but I'll let you guys know the schedule with that when the first video goes up. So if you haven't seen today's blog post, I'll link that in the description box below, and it's all about my favorites from November. So favorite memories, favorite things that I found recently, particularly this mascara. I'm obsessed with it. And yeah, all of that will be linked in the description box below. So I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.